So what's up with the glasses?
It's it's a little tribute. That's all I'm gonna say.
You like I was gonna compare you to R. Kelly for some reason. I don't know what else to say. But
No, I look like fucking what's the Asian dude from the Matrix with the
oh
with the
yeah, I
glass?
remember the. I
He's
just
like
forgot about
Seraph
him
or some
too.
shit. Yeah,
I was gonna say Morpheus, but no. Yeah.
might as well, right? Are you looking forward to the new movie?
That yeah, I can't wait to do the review. I heard it's not all that, but yeah, I can't wait to do a review for at
It's
least
it's it's
HBO.
watered down, I imagine, but I'm sure it'll try and capture the same energy that the first one had.
What I want to know is since you've seen Spider-Man: No Way Home without my bitch ass, before we were gonna see it, what did you think about it? Give us a fast review.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but guys, this was the greatest Spider-Man movie of the year, maybe even the past decade. Until like okay, because I really loved Spider-Verse, the movie. So I'll say this was the best live action Spider-Man movie that we've had. If you haven't seen it, you must. If you can see it in the best quality, like 40x or IMAX, please do because it's an incredible experience. And avoid the internet like the plague because there's dumb motherfuckers right now that are spoiling. Like I'm so glad I saw this like opening night because granted, if I had opened up YouTube the next day, I would have seen some spoilers. So avoid the internet like the plague if you can. If you must, just just be mindful that there are some dumb people out there that are just like they don't know how to use a fucking thumbnail. And
Or avoid me because on my Instagram I
yeah,
was spoiling that, John.
right. Avoid Akram's Instagram. Uh, but yes, it's an amazing experience, and I'm so happy. Just Tom does an incredible performance, and yeah, and the whole cast and like all the villains are amazing. So if you get a chance to watch this, I encourage you to. If I'm not, I'm gonna watch it with you, Akram. Um, on the 26th for my second time. If I could watch this 3 times, I would. But I mean, I know you've already read the spoilers. Sorry, because you like to dabble with the dark arts.
I
but
just I'm listening to you saying this. You just look like one of those fucking NFL guys, like speaking in a press conference with the glasses and a chain, but you're like such a weep with your Witcher medallion thing. You kind of look like a mix between Billy Costigan and a Witcher weep and some NFL guy. Or like we were speaking earlier, that one of those Asian guys, the Madame
why don't you
Gao.
give me a bottle of a potion and a handgun so I can blow my fucking head off?
Basically, this season was basically like The Departed. I don't know. We can
Pretty
compare
much.
everything to The Departed.
Everything can be traced back. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Lunch Table Podcast with Dylan and Akram, your podcast for the latest news in entertainment and pop culture. Today, we're giving you guys our thoughts on Season 2 of Netflix's adaptation of the Witcher series, which got a lot of popularity in 2019. So now we're back with Geralt, Ciri, Yennefer, and all these great characters for another exciting season of monsters, magic, and great battles. Akram, what was your overall? I know, I don't know if you've read the books or played the games, but what was your general impression of the series?
I thought it was. I enjoyed it more so than the first one. I kind of got the first one, but the whole timeline thing, I know it came off the wrong way, it rubbed off the wrong way for a lot of people. And I heard that was like one of the major critiques for it. A lot of people weren't bothered by it, but I like that this was more like a linear path rather than just going back and forth. I thought it was really fun. It's always a pleasure to see Henry Cavill. And he's so submersed into the role of Geralt now. You could really tell, and just the way even how he fights or holds his sword. It's just a pleasure to see, really, when someone like such as he, a great actor, he's getting into that role really well. I thought this was really like a character piece of a season 2. We really got more in depth with Freya Allen, Ciri. And I thought it was kind of hit or miss sometimes, but I think that she's now that the spotlight is on her, I think some of the moments she had was really endearing. Yennefer also, I kind of like that this was such like a contrast. Like she's like kind of like a villain a little bit, but not really in the first season. But here it was like she made a huge mistake. And everybody else did a fantastic job. It's we didn't unfortunately get a song that's just as popular as the Coin
I mean, we
song or the
did kind of. I'm
kind
still
of,
like,
yeah.
yeah, Skier's got the mix. He's in the studio right now cooking up something.
Right.
But but yeah, I would say good season overall. There's more, like you said, consistent narrative in this season compared to season one, where they kind of just had like a monster of the day in every episode. But I think in season one, that's where it was its strongest because that's the out of order storytelling, where we kind of had to like piece together what was going on. But I think that for that season, it was appropriate for a lot of setup for season two, which is a lot more linear in narrative now, and also from like multiple points of view, kind of like Game of Thrones, where like we see where everyone is and like what everyone's agenda is. So the continent is at a fragile point right now after the fall of Sintra. Nilfgaard is still at war with the North, but they had a setback at Sodden thanks to Yennefer, but it came at a great cost, obviously. Geralt, at the end of season one, finally found Cirilla and claimed the Child of Surprise. But unfortunately, we had to break up the band with our boy Yaskir. But it was great to see him back in this season, even though he was still making bank with that hit single. I gotta get that on my iTunes playlist.
Right.
Um, yeah, but Henry Cavill was awesome as Geralt. He really brings like a calm ferocity to the character, and he's much more calculating in this season. He doesn't really like act on impulse, and he's becoming, I would say, a lot more mature because he has to look after this child and make sure like she's okay, and then she's powerful also. So he has to make sure like she's in control of her abilities. Um, but yeah, Anya Shalatra's performance as Yennefer was also amazing. You can really see like her vulnerability so much in this season, where like in season two, like that was really like her high point. But this one, like she's really at her lowest point. But it's also, it kind of humanizes her a bit more without her magic, because it makes her realize that she's capable of like helping people, even with her wits and her knowledge, even without her magic. um, yeah, Freya Allen's character was great as Siri, but I wasn't too fond of her character because it feels like she keeps trying to make herself useful and trying to make herself strong to defend herself. But I'm like, you're the most powerful character in this series. Like, literally everyone is after you because you're so freaking powerful. It's like, why do you need to like? I get it. Like, she's trying to feel useful and feel strong and like realize who she is. But I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. It's like, why do you have to inject yourself with your steroids to make yourself powerful? Like, you literally have you knocked a freaking monolith over just from screaming. So I don't know. It was weird, but I did like some character moments, like with Fringilla and Francesca. She got a lot more depth, I would say, in this series. It's like in this, it's like uh, it raises the question, like, is Fringilla doing all this just because she wants to serve the White Flame, or is she kind of like doing this just to like feel like a leader or like more like strong? Because like she kind of got snubbed by Yennefer in the first season, so and I liked like her interaction with Yennefer in the first couple episodes too. But what else did you think of it?
Yeah, I thought that twist, that dinner scene, holy shit, that was crazy. I did not expect that. Yeah, I completely agree with what you're saying. I really like the relationship that Geralt has with Vesemir as well. I love Kim Bodina or Kim, yeah, Kim Bonia. We always say names wrong, but yeah, he's from Killing Eve as well. So I really love that actor a lot, and I think he was great for Vesemir. I'm not sure. I thought we were talking earlier. I thought that apparently Vesemir was supposed to be Mark Hamill, but that's like, I don't know. I guess they kind
That
of.
would have been weird. I think like the dude who plays him in this show was a lot better choice. I don't know, because Mark Hamill, like he kind of like plays like comedic characters sometimes, so it would have felt weird to like put him in this. It would have like just having him as Vesemir would have felt like a parody or like a joke or something. But I don't know.
I
I
could
really
see
like
that.
what they did with Vesemir's character.
Yeah, and there's a rich history behind his character as well, because we also had the anime, right? Have you watched the
That's true.
anime?
I didn't get around to watching it, but I do know it takes place in the Witcher's universe. Is it like a prequel to this series, or
Yes.
like is it like a bridge in
It's
between?
like nudged between season one and season two, so it's supposed to like introduce some things for season two. I think it's all about
Oh, okay.
Vesemir anyway, right? Like his
Mm-hmm.
backstory. And we do get some like references of baby Geralt here as well, which is pretty cool, at least at the end of it.
Mm.
But yeah, just I think it was really cool this season. I fucking love that. What's his name? Sorry. Oh, Kahir. I just like that. I kind of like that little dynamic that Yennefer had with him as well. I didn't expect for him to like really help the elves as much as well. He had to, no matter what, right? But yeah,
Hmm.
talk to me about that. How, like, what do you think of the
Yeah,
eternal
he
struggles that the characters had at least?
yeah, definitely Kahir got a lot more growth in this series because he was kind of just like a, one-dimensional villain in the season one. But he's kind of like in conflict right now. Like he kind of like was humanized in the beginning when he was with Yennefer, but then once he got back into power, he just kind of became an asshole again. But I do like the side story with the elves. I think it plays a lot with real world symbology. Just like that inherent like racism like they have like towards the elves. Like even though like Nilfgaard is aligning themselves with the elves, they still like see themselves as like superior. Like it was so like heartbreak like watching that scene where like they're just like beating them in the streets and like the one guy like makes him like piss in his pants. It's very degrading for the elves. But I wonder like where they're gonna go next season. Can Francesca seems to be like on a revenge path after. I mean, it's justified because like her child was murdered. And that was crazy too at the end with what was it? The White Flame being Cirilla's dad. So I didn't see that coming because I'm not like huge on the lore, but I thought that was a great twist. I feel like this show like also has like from what I've heard, it's not like like totally loyal to like the book series. So you kind of have to like treat it as its own entity in a way. But I respect like some of the things that they did. Like I heard like Yennefer like she's so much more different um in this series than she is in like the games or the books. But I'm glad that she got her powers back. So I just hope like she doesn't like lose focus of like who she is as a person. Because she kind of like empathized with like or like she was humbled, right? Because she didn't have her powers. So I hope like having her powers back doesn't make her like because at the end of the day she really just wants to have a child, right? That was her main goal in season one. So I think like the having just like the chaos was just like like a vacuum to fill that need to have a child. Um but yeah, there was a lot of great moments. I wonder what Dijkstra's power play is for Redania because he was kind of like doing some little finger shit in the background with the owl and stuff. So I wonder like what he's like is I don't know what. And then like who was the lord that hired that Reigns character from that bounty hunter dude? Because he was a fucking problem in this series. Like because he was going after Yaskir and Yennefer. So I wonder like who was the guy that hired him.
And there's a
And
lot of
then there
division in this season too. I was just gonna say that there's so many like everybody's like trying to fuck each other. There's so much division too. And now we have what's the blood? What's those people called at the end? The Arthurian type of table where everyone's like circled together. I think that's called like the blood
the
something.
Brotherhood.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's like something like that. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Brotherhood, the Wild Hunt, and then now, and then what you're
Yeah,
saying.
there's a lot of factions. It's very like Game of Thrones, and it kind of actually also reminds me of Castlevania in a way. Just not just like the gruesome aspect and the monsters, but just like everyone's like kind of like doing their own thing and like grabbing for power. But I really like that because it's just like in these kind of like fantasy shows, you always see like different people just like making power plays and like allying and betraying each other. So I really do like that a lot. I wonder if we're gonna see more Witchers in the next one because Cirilla did give her blood to Vesemir, and then she made that potion. So I wonder if we're gonna get more Witchers because a lot of them died at the fucking end of this. Because like, and it kind of made me mad too. I was like, aren't you like supposed to be like the best hunters in the world? And it's like you lost that easy to like a fucking like couple monsters, but it is what it is. But what do you think we'll see in the next season?
Oh, I think we're gonna see more expanse on the Wild Hunt. I think they're definitely going to at least, some more insights on them. I don't think we'll really go to that realm or something. But I think that we'll see more insights on there. And I also I would love to see more of Siri, like her training and all that stuff that she'll undergo. And we were talking earlier. There's such like a trope now of like these strong badass characters, and they have to like kind of shepherd one of these like weaker characters, but who turn out not to be.
Mandalorian.
Yeah, Mandalorian, Logan, like, and then they turn out not to be really weak. They turn out to actually possibly be
Mhm.
stronger than that father figure. So I hope we see more of that. I want to see more of Yennefer, like, and that's really great. I think in this season that Yennefer was like humbled, as you say, because I think like with the amount of power that she has, and she's really skilled. I think this like having her like this, I think will really make her a better person in the long run. And which is funny, I guess, make her fit more into motherhood in a way, right? And
Mhm.
it's so ironic that she can't have a child.
Mhm.
But yeah, I hope we see more of Dandelion, or you call him what you call him, man. His actual name,
Jaskier
yeah, but
or
his name's like Dandelion or something. It's
yeah, I know
actually
in the
Buttercup
book.
in Polish, but it's Dandelion here, the
Fruity cup or
Americanized.
some shit.
Yeah, I hope we see more of him. I hope he gets like a banger out. Maybe he could like, I don't know, fucking do a song with Slim Shady or something. But yeah, it's like oh yeah, no, and obviously the number one thing, that twist at the end, right? I want to see what's up with that, because here's the thing: Siri, when she finds out, because in this episode she had to choose either to live in a fantasy or to wake up, right? And then her family got dusted, right? So here she has to make another heartbreaking choice in season 3, and she has to choose between her biological father or Geralt,
That's
like
true,
father
yeah.
figure. And I got a feeling she's
Mhm.
gonna choose Geralt, but she doesn't really feel
It's gonna
like
be a hard choice.
yeah, and she
Yeah.
doesn't fit anywhere really. She started to begin to feel something with the Witchers, but ultimately, she really wants to be like Geralt, but ultimately she isn't, and she's actually like really the most powerful person there. And I think it's gonna be kind of like this power struggle between all these factions, and everyone's trying to get to Ciri. And yeah, of course, more badass monsters. I can't wait to see like hopefully some stuff from the games that we all seen before.
What
But
was your favorite monster from the series?
honestly, just that's which is funny. Well, that centipede thing, that was fucking
They
crazy.
were
That was
all fucking
scary.
nasty. Like was just watching them. Like I think the grossest one for me was the first one, the Bruxa. Just like that
Yeah,
one
yeah.
scene where like she's with Neville and it's just like so
Ugh.
it was so fucking nasty. Like when she opened her mouth and you saw those teeth, it was just like the monster design like team was like they do such a good job in this show. Like it's like like I said, it's like Castlevania, like the creature design. But yeah, also the was it the leashy or the plant thing?
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Right.
yeah, that was kind of cool. That was nasty when you saw it in the back of what was his Eskel's back. I was like,
No, when they cut
ugh.
off the wood pieces from him as well later.
Yeah.
What did you think of Roach dying? I did not expect it. Did he die in the
Oh my
books or
god,
something?
that was the saddest death
Oh
for me. Oh
no.
no. I know we gotta do a tribute at the end of this video for Roach.
One of those Walking Dead, like
Yeah.
Talking Dead tributes that they used to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not expect that. Wow.
It's like if anyone was gonna go out, it was Roach, right? But also how did you feel like seeing like other Witchers like in this series?
That was really cool. I like seeing the dynamic. It kind of reminded me of like the Marine Corps, like just that banter that they
Yeah.
have with each other.
Because even like their like necklaces, they're kind of like dog tags too in a way, right? Because they're such like a semper fi like group, right?
Yeah, that was really cool. I love each character. And it's a shame that so many had to go. And like they were
I know.
done so dirty. They're so disrespected. And it's like,
I know. I
that
wish we could have like seen them like more like in action, like because I'm sure like because like Geralt seems like to be the only one who's really like knows his shit. So I don't know if that just maybe he's just like the strongest of them, but I kind of wish like we would have seen like more of them just like doing like cool shit
I think that's
or
what
like
separates him from the rest. Is like everybody kind of knows that he's like one of the best witches there is.
well even like Vesemir got like fucking his ass handed him to like the fucking like the Lishi or whatever.
Well, in the anime too, Vesemir was like really, really good, like Geralt level, possibly
Hmm.
better. But like here, obviously he got older. So even Vesemir is kind of like a father figure. He is like a father figure to everyone, and I think this is like everyone's trying to like in this void of like trying to have connection and stuff. Everyone's really trying to grasp onto, whatever family they
Yeah.
have, and it's
Even
so
like Tesea and Yennefer, like she was so fucking heartbroken at the end. Like she thought she died. So like I think like she sees like Yennefer almost like a daughter, or like maybe just like her star pupil. But she also has like that connection with that other dude, the I forgot his name, Vengabor or whatever his fucking name. So yeah, everybody's got like and even like Triss, like she wants that connection with Geralt, but I think Geralt just either he wants to go solo or he wants to be more with Yennefer. But I think they're like her like Yennefer, Geralt and Ciri. I think they're all destined to like be together. So maybe they'll start a fucking family and then they'll just like I don't know, move to the suburbs or something.
Well, yeah,
But
that's true. Yeah, I mean they're the trio, right? And especially in the games
mhm,
too. That's who we mostly see. So I like the outfit too. That I noticed that to Siri that she wore. It kind of resembles like the one in the game,
mhm,
that she had too. I spotted that. I was like, oh, okay.
mhm. And then like just like I think like everybody got what they kind of wanted at the end, like Frangilla, Francesca, and what's her name? Yennefer, like when they made that deal with that witch, the Deathless Mother. I think they all kind of got what they wanted. I mean, there's a cost obviously for each one. Um, but in the end, I think they found what they needed. So I don't know where we'll see with Nilfgaard because it's still not stable right now. So I think they're gonna rebuild their forces. I think this elf thing is gonna go south. I think the elves are kind of just gonna fuck off and like do their own thing because they're at this point they're like just like fuck humanity. Um, and then like the North, is kind of like doing shady shit too. But I don't know. I think overall, I really like this season. I can't wait to see. I actually might get it more into the books because of this show, just to see like if it's like when you read a book and then you watch the series, like they're like two different worlds, but it's just fun to like compare and contrast. But what else? Final thoughts that you have for this? Oh, and then we didn't even mention the new
The end
series
credits. Yeah, I was gonna
at
say
the end
that.
credits
Yep.
that they revealed a new Witcher series is revealed in the end, starring fucking Michelle Yeoh. That I didn't see that coming. So Witcher Blood Origin. I'm not sure when we'll see that, but what are your thoughts on it?
Well, that's going to take place. That's a prequel, and that's also going to give a little bit insight on Siri, apparently, which I was confused about. But yeah, that's like just the elves trying to. I don't know. I don't know. We don't know much about it, but the trailer looks epic, and I hope we get more into the elven culture as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it'll look great. I mean, for sure they're expanding on the Witcher universe, and I think that, well, Netflix, when they see something that could become a great franchise, they go for it, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
this is really a thing to get them viewers back to Netflix. Yeah, it looks really cool. uh you know uh Not much to say on it because I don't know. But yeah, but we're gonna get more insight on Siri, apparently. That was like like a
Her
description for it.
bloodline, because they were going
Exactly.
deep into like her blood in this series because they were showing like 'cause she has like elder blood, so like she has like ties with the witches, but she also has ties with the elves too. So it'll be interesting to see like how that started and like what's and how does because we still never found out like how Nilfgaard knows about like her. Obviously now because we know because her dad is the White Flame, so he's in charge of Nilfgaard, so obviously he would know. But yeah, it raised a lot of questions for next series. But how would you rate this season?
I would recommend it. I'm not a big fantasy guy, right? But I do like The Witcher and I like video games, and I know this is more based on the novels. But the great thing about this is it's kind of separated from the novels, so there's always these surprises along the way. Uh, Compared to season one, I'd say I give this like a solid like 9 out of 10. How about you?
I would say 8 or 9. I like the first season more just in terms of storytelling. I don't know, just like some character moments kind of like fell flat for me and didn't like really like blow me away. So I would give it a solid 8.
Very cool. Okay.
But that pretty much concludes our thoughts on The Witcher season 2, guys. But be sure to make sure you follow us, like and follow. Next episode we have coming out is our Hawkeye finale.
I can't wait for that.
I
Yeah.
can't wait for that. So stay tuned, especially if you've already watched Hawkeye season 5 and you watched Spider-Man No Way
Episode
Home.
5.
Episode 5, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Season 5.
But if you watch those, you'll definitely know why we're excited. But
Yeah, check out
I
our
can't wait.
playlist. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a whole playlist for all our reaction and review videos for everything we do. And then after that, we got our No Way Home review, hopefully. So after Akram's bitch ass watches it.
The 26.
You'll
baby.
definitely wanna stick around for that. And then after that, we got The Matrix and then Book of Boba Fett coming. So we got a lot of good content coming on the way, guys. So be sure to follow us on whatever you're listening to us on: YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcasts from. And be sure to like and share our content. We appreciate anything helps our channel grow. But until then, guys, toss a coin to your Witcher, and thank you for having lunch with us.
See you guys.